Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to put a cover on your pinch pot. So I have two different styles that I will show you, but before we begin, I just want to point out that there are tabs either underneath the cover or outside the cover that hold it onto the pinch pot. So if you want to have a cover that's fitted more, like this one, you would need to completely cover up your pinch pot. So I have a pinch pot here that I already made, and I'm just going to even the top part of the pinch pot so I have a nice even surface that I'm working with. And I need a little bit of clay here to put on top of this pinch pot. So I'm going to roll this out into a slab. When I start rolling a slab, I'm just going to take my rolling pin and press down in the center and rotate the clay. Notice how I'm not rolling over the top or the bottom of the slab. This helps me to avoid having an ununiform thickness with my slab. So next I'm just going to take my pinch pot and make sure it fits, of course, and then I will score and slip the pinch pot and attach it to the slab of clay. And then set it on like that. And then I'm just going to grab my needle tool and carve out my cover so that it's the right shape. I want to securely attach that and get rid of that crease. So you can see this corner is a little too sharp for me, so I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit better. And now what I'm going to do is take my needle tool and carve my lid. So for this example piece, I just carved a straight lid. I'm going to make it interesting for this one. So instead of doing just a straight across lid, I'm going to create a wave. So now I can take off my cover and notice those really sharp edges. I need to take a moment to smooth those out. While this step may seem the most tedious and not as much fun, it's also one of the most important. If you ever look at professional pottery, you'll notice how there are no sharp edges, and the artist really took the time to make sure that it went together nicely. This falls under craftsmanship and is really important. So now what I want to do is to smooth out that crease inside of there too. So I'm just going to grab my modeling tool and really just try to get rid of that crease. Once I have that done, I need to attach a tab. I can attach a tab to either the outside of the lid, or I can open it up and put it inside of the lid as well. I'm going to do the outside, but you can choose whichever one you prefer. Because it's an outside, it's going to be outside of the lid, you're really going to see this, so I'm going to make it a decorative part of my pinch pot. I'm going to do a half moon. You can do any shape that you'd like. If you're doing the tabs inside of the pinch pot, I don't really recommend making it into an interesting shape since you won't see it anyways. Of course, because I'm attaching something, I'm going to score and slip both my lid and the moon, but when I'm scoring and slipping the moon, I just need to do half of it because I don't want the bottom to stick to the pinch pot. I just want this part to stay on the lid. And then I'm just going to grab my modeling tool and go over that seam just to really make it look neat. And I also want it to stay together really well. And voila, my lid is constructed and this pinch pot is ready to go. Just want to make sure that moon doesn't stick to my pinch pot here, and then I can let it dry. Another option for a type of lid is this one here. Notice how the lid is a little bit bigger than the pinch pot and the tabs are inside of the cover to hold it on. So I'm going to start with a pinch pot and grab my leftover clay to roll out into a slab. And this time, when you're cutting out your lid. You're not going to attach it, but you will still want to kind of get an idea for the size, and you'll want to make your lid a little bit bigger than your pinch pot. And instead of attaching them, I'm just going to take a moment to really smooth out my cover so that it doesn't have any sharp edges.
For this style, you definitely need to attach some kind of handle. Otherwise, this lid doesn't look very interesting and it doesn't lift off very easily from your pinch pot. You can do anything you'd like here. Make sure that you attach it really securely though, so that it doesn't fall off. After my handle is attached, I need to add some tabs to the inside of my cover. I'm just going to grab a little stump of clay here, and for this size I'd say 3 tabs should be a good amount to hold it together. After I have them constructed, I need to score and slip them and use the modeling tool to really attach them well.
Okay, so that fits on there a little bit nicer. After you have it constructed, you might want to take some time and just kind of mold this cover into a more interesting shape, just to give it a more organic feel. And there you have it, 2 different techniques to create a cover for your pinch pot.